Cruising remains one of the most captivating ways to explore the world. With the promise of endless ocean views, world-class dining, and unforgettable destinations. Yet, in 2025, a growing and unexpected trend is catching even the most seasoned travelers off guard. More passengers than ever are being denied boarding before their cruise even begins. Sometimes it's a small oversight. Other times, it's a regulation that passengers didn't know existed. But the result is the same: ruined travel plans, wasted money, and an unforgettable experience for all the wrong reasons. In this video, let's explore the 12 reasons why more cruisers than ever are denied boarding in 2025. From tighter security checks to overlooked health protocols, knowing these pitfalls can help ensure a smooth boarding experience. Before we begin, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss the latest updates and tips for your next cruise adventure. Reason 1. Expired or mismatched travel documents. Cruise lines in 2025 have strengthened their identity verification protocols. A passport that's even a few days shy of the valid for 6 months beyond your return date rule can result in instant denial at the terminal. Some travelers mistakenly bring expired passports, outdated national IDs, or only copies instead of the originals. Even worse, a mismatched name on the cruise booking compared to the government-issued ID, say, due to a recent name change or spelling error, is often non-negotiable. Cruise staff are now bound by international port security rules, leaving no room for flexibility, even for small documentation discrepancies. Reason 2. Missing or improper health documentation. While the peak of the pandemic has passed, several international ports still require proof of specific vaccinations or negative health clearances. For example, cruises that include stops in Africa or South America may require yellow fever vaccination proof. In 2025, many cruise lines demand that these documents be uploaded digitally ahead of time through their online portals or apps. If they're missing or improperly submitted, passengers may be denied boarding. Paper documents alone may not be accepted in certain regions, especially as health verification systems become automated and integrated with global travel databases. Reason 3. Symptoms of illness at check-in. One of the most unpredictable and devastating reasons for denied boarding is appearing visibly unwell. Cruise terminals now use AI-powered thermal imaging cameras and biometric health monitoring tools that can flag passengers with fevers, abnormal coughing, or signs of gastrointestinal illness. Even if symptoms are mild, cruise medical staff are trained to err on the side of caution. Travelers who report recent flu symptoms, vomiting, or respiratory issues on pre-boarding questionnaires may be denied boarding as a public health precaution, regardless of a negative COVID-19 test. Reason 4. Unpaid balances or incomplete registration. Booking a cruise involves more than just paying the base fare. There are port fees, prepaid gratuities, fuel surcharges, and optional services like drink packages or shore excursions. In 2025, cruise companies have streamlined digital payment systems, but if a guest's account shows an unpaid amount, even as low as $20, they may be flagged and held at the terminal. In some cases, booking through a third-party travel agency has caused miscommunications, where the cruise line never received the final payment. Without confirmation of full payment and completed online check-in, passengers are routinely turned away. Reason 5. Late arrival at the terminal. Punctuality is more critical than ever in 2025. Ports operate on strict security schedules, and many ships now enforce a hard cut-off boarding time, typically 90 minutes before departure. Even arriving 10 minutes late can mean the gate is closed. Terminal staff are not authorized to override the system once boarding is locked. Passengers delayed by traffic, airline issues, or hotel checkouts may find themselves watching the ship sail without them, and often with no refund or rebooking option. Cruise lines advise arriving at least 3 hours before scheduled departure, but not everyone follows that advice. Reason 6. Incomplete or incorrect visas for international stops. One of the most overlooked details in cruise planning is securing the correct travel visas for all international ports of call. In 2025, more countries require e-visas or electronic travel authorizations ahead of arrival. Cruise lines expect passengers to handle these requirements themselves, and if even one visa is missing, say for a single-day stop in Turkey or India, the cruise line may refuse boarding altogether. Some travelers also assume they'll be exempt if they don't plan to leave the ship, but this is often irrelevant. Entry rules apply whether stepping off or not. Reason 7. Criminal records or travel bans. Cruise lines in 2025 are now cross-referencing passenger data with international law enforcement and border control databases. Travelers with a criminal history, even from many years ago, may find themselves unexpectedly flagged. While every country has different rules, some cruise destinations deny entry to individuals with past convictions, especially those related to violence or drugs. As a result, cruise lines will often preemptively deny boarding to avoid being fined by foreign governments for non-compliance. In some rare cases, travelers also face bans due to immigration violations or unresolved legal issues. Reason 8. Travel insurance requirements. Not met. Certain cruise lines, especially those sailing through remote regions or high-risk zones, now require passengers to carry minimum levels of travel insurance that include medical evacuation, emergency treatment, and COVID-related coverage. In 2025, some governments have also introduced mandatory insurance rules for tourists. If a traveler arrives without the correct policy or proof of it, boarding may be denied on the spot. Even if insurance was purchased, failing to bring a printed confirmation or digital proof can be a deal-breaker at some terminals. Reason 9. Problems with luggage or prohibited items. Enhanced screening at cruise terminals means that all checked and carry-on bags are thoroughly scanned before being brought aboard. In 2025, passengers are still being denied boarding for carrying prohibited items such as alcohol, beyond the limit, weapons, drones, irons, or even CBD products, which remain banned in many jurisdictions. Some passengers mistakenly bring along cleaning agents, candles, or other restricted items that trigger alerts. If a guest refuses to surrender banned items, or if the item is flagged as a serious violation, they may be denied boarding with no opportunity for appeal. Reason 10. Behavioral red flags at the terminal. Behavior matters. Cruise staff are trained to observe not only health-related concerns, but also guest behavior. In 2025, being aggressive, intoxicated, argumentative, or non-compliant during check-in can result in being refused entry. Cruise lines have zero tolerance for unruly behavior even before boarding begins, and security teams now work closely with port authorities to remove individuals who pose a risk to staff or fellow passengers. Travelers have been denied boarding simply for shouting at staff or refusing to follow instructions during security checks. Reason 11. Missing parental authorization for minors. Families traveling with children in 2025 need to show proper documentation. If a minor is traveling with only one parent or a legal guardian, most cruise lines require notarized parental consent from the absent parent. If this document is missing, the child may be denied boarding, even if the parent or guardian has full custody. This rule has been strengthened due to international child trafficking concerns, and cruise lines are under legal obligation to verify custodial permissions. Many travelers only discover this requirement at the port, far too late to resolve the issue. Reason 12. Identity fraud or multiple bookings. Under the same name, identity theft and duplicate bookings are rising concerns in 2025. Passengers using someone else's name, mistakenly entering their information twice, or booking under a different identity due to price hacking can be flagged for fraud. Cruise lines now utilize advanced AI to detect inconsistencies in booking data. If a system finds multiple entries for the same name or flags payment methods that don't match the passenger's identity, boarding may be refused until the issue is cleared. Unfortunately, resolving these matters often takes longer than the boarding window allows. Boarding denial can turn a dream vacation into a nightmare. But it doesn't have to happen. By staying informed and prepared, every cruiser can avoid these costly and frustrating mistakes. Whether it's making sure all travel documents are in order, arriving early, or checking port-specific requirements, a little planning can go a long way toward a smooth and stress-free cruise experience in 2025. If this video helped you learn something new or avoid a potential travel mishap, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more valuable cruise content coming your way. From insider tips to cruise line reviews and travel updates that matter. Have you or someone you know ever faced a denied boarding situation? Share your thoughts or questions in the comments. Your experience might help someone else on their next voyage. Thanks for watching, and until next time, safe travels and smooth seas.